You're listening to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast, Episode 19.
Welcome to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast, where we explore public health epidemiology careers and share tips and strategies to help you enter or transition into the field. And now, your host, Dr. Charlotte Hughes Huntley.
Greetings, everyone, and thank you for joining me on this very special episode. This is the last episode of 2017. I hope that you all are enjoying your holiday time. I know that many of you still have to work. I have taken off this week and enjoying my family and some much needed rest. Tried to unplug and decompress in all arenas and just enjoying some time with my family, running around with my daughter and my stepson is here. My husband took off a little bit of time and just really just trying to enjoy that and prepare for the new year. For those of you that are still working during this time, I really do feel you and understand, but still try to take some time if you can to enjoy what's around you and your family and your friends and to just prepare for going into the next year. I do realize that the holiday time is not always super exciting and joyous for everyone. And just my encouragement is to just try to find a way to make it a positive experience for yourself. And in preparing for 2018, I've really taken a lot of care. I've taken the last several episodes sort of winding down, wrapping up 2017 and doing a lot of the preparation and sharing that in different topics. So for you guys, if you have not listened to episode 18, which was last week, I encourage you to do that. I shared a lot of updates, and I do that because I like kind of knowing what's going on. I like having a plan. I like to, even though plans change and, things I have to, I can be flexible, but I just still like knowing that I have some sort of an outline of what to expect. So that was my drive behind preparing last week's episode. So if you haven't listened to 18, please listen to episode 18 because I'll go over a lot of the things that have evolved and developed since the podcast started earlier this year, and some of the things that I'm going to be focusing on more going into next year. And it's just a great way to really be up to date on maybe some subtle changes in the website that you would not otherwise be aware of. So I really encourage you to listen to that as a way of preparing for going into the new year. I'm big on preparing. You guys might as well get used to that. I like having a plan. I understand, like I said, we need to be flexible, but I love having a plan, even if it changes multiple times. So right now, going into 2018, we have a plan, and a lot of that is developed from the feedback that I've received from some of you, the responses to the survey. For those of you who took the survey, that is, it's still available until the end of this month. So if you're listening to the podcast in real time, it's available till the end of December. If you want to respond to the survey, you can find it on the main page of the website, which is drchhuntley.com. And it's just a little button there on the main page that you can click and take the survey. It's just 3 questions. It's really short and simple. But a lot of the responses, I use that to help drive content, whether it's a podcast episode or some other resource that is created and provided, for you guys on the website. That this whole movement, the podcast, the consulting, everything is geared and driven by the feedback from you guys. So if you have a burning question or challenge or want to provide some feedback, that's an opportunity to do that and hopefully help have that more. Have some feedback target toward you and help you out. So those are some great things that are coming up, like I said, topics and things that we are planning for going into 2018. There are a lot of new things that'll be unfolding, but there's no sense in going into all of that right now. I guess the message I want you to get from it is just knowing that your voice, your feedback to me, your questions, your input, I do take that and I use that to help me to put together the focus as I move forward and prepare information to share with you guys. So it's not just me randomly pulling out of my head what I think you might want to hear about. I try my best to use the information that you share with me and the feedback that I get from you guys to prepare the information that's more relevant to you where you are right now in your as you prepare for your careers in public health and especially in epidemiology. So with that in mind, a couple things I would just mention to help you prepare in going into next year. So again, if you haven't listened to episode 18, please listen to that. I also encourage you to listen to episode 17, which is where I discussed strategies that will help you build a strong professional network. That's a really good one to listen to in terms of, whatever it is you do. I know a lot of people that think of January as a time to just do a little career searching, see what new opportunities are available, clean up your CV, just kind of revisit all of that. So episode 17 is a good one to help you with some strategies for building building a professional network. And if you're already doing that and you're off to a good start, you may listen to that episode and you may take one idea out of it, or there may be some new strategy that you could take and apply to what you're already doing to maybe improve it or to take it to the next level. So I encourage you to listen to episode 17 if you haven't. And then also episode 16 the title is Using Your Passion for Public Health to Drive Your Career Preparation and Development. So that one is a good one in tying into that same theme of just revisiting, what is motivating you. Think about your career. Think about where you want to go. Maybe revisiting your ultimate goals, your passion, what really got you involved in public health to begin with. What is it that you're truly passionate about? Is it a certain population? Is it a certain, disease condition or health promotion activity that you're targeting, or research activity? I mean, whatever that passion, it's individual. So it's going to change from person to person. But that episode is a great one to kind of get you thinking and getting you to refine your, revisit your passion. And sometimes that helps you because then it helps to shift your motivation and your focus. And it takes away some stressors sometimes because we can get off a little bit and get busy, caught up in the busyness of what we have to do. And that passion seems to be kind of watered down or forgotten. We just get to going through the motions instead of really being motivated and charged by the reason we got involved in public health in the beginning. So I encourage you to listen to episode 16 as well. These are just ideas for helping you preparing for that, transition into the new year with a fresh perspective. And then as far as the website goes, we have a new resources page on the website. So that is a great one to visit if you haven't already. It will help you in terms of preparing. There's some tools there, resources that you can access that are available to help you prepare for the new year and just supplement what you're doing or complement what you're already doing. So I would really strongly advise you to visit that resources page of the website. And then also the community page of the website, there's a new category called Leading by Example. And in that category, the very first post is called I'm a Walking Example. And I encourage you to read that. That's my story. That's my connection with my passion, one of my passions for public health, and how it's driving me to do, set goals for 2018. So maybe reading my story, reading that will help spark you to, moving to the next level, taking action, or helping just kind of renew your own passions. So it's on the community page, in the new category called Leading by Example, and the name of that post is I'm a Walking Example. It's the very first post. All right. And now the last suggestion from the website in terms of, resources that can help you prepare for the new year is, in that same category under, for the new community page. Well, the community page is not new, but the category is new, Leading by Example. In that category, there's also a post that says 1 Billion Steps Challenge 2018. Now, the American Public Health Association is starting a 1 billion steps challenge. And collectively, the goal is for all of us to reach 1 billion steps starting January 1st of 2018, and it ends on April the 8th of 2018. So you can join the challenge with them just as an individual, or you could develop a team and have teams of people that join the challenge, and just collectively all of us, really striving to reach 1 billion steps. Now, you don't have to be a member of the American Public Health Association. You don't have to live in America. But if you have an interest in wanting to do this, this is a good global collaborative effort, I think, because our community is very diverse. So if you guys are interested in joining this challenge with me, I have created a team. It's just called Team Dr. C.H. Huntley and Friends. And I'm very passionate about walking and physical activity and all the benefits of that. So you can read that story, that part of my story in the leading by example category in that post. I'm a walking example. But if you would like to join the team with me, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything to join. You can connect on that post. It's called 1 Billion Steps Challenge 2018, and it's in the community section of the website. So if you go there, you can read a little summary, and there's a link that you can click to join the team. When you join the team, I think Stride Kick is the name of the app, and I'm not exactly positive I'm saying that right because I don't have it in front of me. But when you go to the post on that category on my website, there's a link in there to join my team. It'll take you directly to the website. You set up an account. It will sync with your fitness tracker, whatever you use. I use a Fitbit. So it will, you create an account, it'll sync with your Fitbit, and it'll automatically track your steps and add them into the team, the number of steps for the team. I think you have to go into the app every so often and refresh, and that way it'll automatically pull your data from your steps, throughout that time. But it's really easy. You set up the account. It takes maybe a couple of minutes to set the account. It's very easy, but you can download the app. You can use it on your mobile device. Doesn't matter if it's Apple or Android or, it's just very, very easy once you set it up. And it's just, I think it'd be a fun way to be able to connect globally as a team and take action on this really important initiative. And it just simply will be a lot of fun. I think sometimes we forget to have fun with what we're doing. So I encourage you guys to get that set up because it does start January 1st. It doesn't mean you can't join beyond that, but it'd be, in this week, this last week of the year and this holiday, mode and all of us preparing and getting ready, just go ahead and get it set up. And then that way we can automatically kick off January 1st, and this challenge together. So you guys, that is really all I have for you today. I really hope that you will take some time to reflect and use some of these resources available to help you get ready for moving into the new year. And the notes on the website, this is episode 19. So the show notes will be on the website as usual in the podcast category for episode 19. And I will link to all of the different things I've just mentioned to you in the show notes. You can find all of that very easily on the website. But if you have any doubts or questions, or if you're listening to this while you're doing, driving or whatever, don't worry about it. You're trying to remember everything. Just go back to that page of the show notes and all the links will be there. And I guess maybe one last, PS on the end is just take a few moments and browse around the website and just get really familiar with where everything is and all of the new stuff that's there. And it's set there for you to be able to use it and for your benefit, for you to find things easily, for you to have resources that will help you. And I really encourage you to take a little bit of time and browse around there. So regardless of what social media arena we may interact in, if we're in Facebook group together, or if we're on LinkedIn connected together, or if you follow me on Twitter, if I follow you on Twitter, wherever we interact on social media, just remember that all of the information connects back to home. So always think of the website, drchuntley.com, as home. So if you want to know about anything that's going on or what resources I may have or offer or what's new or developed, everything will connect back to the homepage. So have that saved somewhere. If you receive updates from me in an email, make sure that you check it if it goes into that promotions tab in Gmail, or if it goes into spam or whatever, check and make sure that you have the settings so that you're able to get to those little updates from me and you understand and you keep in touch with what's going on. And then if, nothing else, just every so often make sure you're visiting the website so that you're getting the most up-to-date information. Every week on the podcast episode, I won't be able to give a rundown on everything that's going on. I'll be able to hit some of the highlights, but I want you to just know that going to that website often is the best way to stay up to date on, connecting with those newest developments. I will definitely mention those on a podcast, and you'll get that in an email from me if you're on my list. But there will be a lot of things developing. I expect 2018 will chuck along pretty quickly. So you guys have a great rest of your holiday. And whatever you're doing, be safe and have fun. And I look forward to speaking with you in the new year. And we will definitely be hitting the ground running. That's already mapped out. So the first episode in January, we're on a roll. So you guys have a fantastic rest of your day.
Thank you for listening to the Public Health Epidemiology Careers Podcast at drchuntley.com.